Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at noon.
The grain bin that caught fire overnight in Dilworth is now being listed as a total loss. Thank you for joining us. I'm Abby Furchner. Jordan Schreier has the day off. Crews from Moorhead were dispatched to assist with a grain dryer fire in Dilworth at around 5 o'clock this morning, and the fire was extinguished before 7. The Salvation Army assisted on the scene, as well as fire crews from Moorhead, Dilworth, and Glendon. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. It's now 12:01, taking a live look outside. Bright blue skies for this afternoon, which is a nice sight to see. Let's check in with meteorologist Lisa Green.
Yeah, if it's going to be as cold as it is, we might as well brighten things up a little bit out there in the wake of our storm system. We've been getting some storm and snow reports in. Here's a look at some of the latest ones. We had about 6 inches of snow in several locations here from last night, and that includes some places like Bemidji. That was one of our top reports here in the valley, and in addition to that, we have Detroit Lakes and Grand Forks at about 6 inches of snow. Also in Hendrum, 4.5 inches of snow there, and in Harwood we had 3.8 inches of snow in the Hendrum area, or Harwood area rather. And taking a look at our temperatures right now, we were down, well down into the 20s this morning in Langdon. We're below 0. Now we're at 4 below there. It's 7 below in Grand Forks and 3 below in Fargo. Wahpeton, Sisseton, Gwinner, Oaks, Jamestown, all at 0 right now. So we're all struggling here throughout the valley to be above 0. And wind chills are even worse. It feels like we're into the teens and 20s below. Wind chill of 22 below currently in Fargo. The good thing is that we've cleared out. We got the snow out of here, and we're getting to enjoy some sunshine on our satellite map. You can see that, and looking off to the east, you can see that snow also departing the Twin Cities area and Duluth too. They got hit hard for their morning commute. So checking out your hourly planner, well, I'm hoping we'll see temperatures rise a degree or two above the 0 degree mark today, but it's going to be a cold one overall. We'll have some clouds move in tonight, but that shouldn't stop the temperature drop once we get into the early morning hours. We're going to talk more about that, the Arctic cold that's sticking around for some time here in your forecast. All of that in just a few minutes.
All right. Thank you, Lisa. The storm wasn't the only hazard last night for thousands of Fargo residents. Cass County Electric says an equipment failure is to blame for an overnight power outage that originally impacted nearly 3,500 customers. Repair crews were sent out around midnight to fix problems along 52nd Avenue South between 45th Street and Veterans Boulevard. The company says all customers were back online just after 2 a.m. A 12-year-old boy from New Ulm, Minnesota is dead after a snowmobile crash over the weekend. According to the Nicollet County Sheriff's Office, the crash happened around 4:45 p.m. on Saturday in a field next to Nicollet Public School. Authorities confirmed that 12-year-old Bryson Andrew Palmquist was operating the vehicle and was pronounced dead on the scene of the crash. There was only one vehicle involved in the fatal crash. A man is dead after falling through the ice in Stutzman County, North Dakota. His vehicle was last seen on the ice about 4 miles east of Medina last Monday, and he was reported missing Saturday. Sheriff's deputies and rescue crews searched past dark Saturday, but the victim's body wasn't found until the search resumed yesterday. The sheriff's office is withholding the man's name until his family is notified. New details are emerging from the terror investigation into that deadly mass shooting at the Naval Air Station in Florida. Investigators are still looking for a motive in that shooting that took the lives of 3 men and the shooter. Gabe Gutierrez has more.
After a final salute in Pensacola, the remains of 3 fallen sailors were received overnight at Dover Air Force Base. Now, investigators are delving deeper into the attack that claimed their lives, including the past of the gunman, 21-year-old Saudi national Mohammed al-Shamrani.
Our main goal right now is to confirm whether he acted alone or was he a part of a larger network.
No official motive yet, but authorities are investigating it as an act of terrorism. Law enforcement sources tell NBC News in the week leading up to the attack, al-Shamrani showed 3 fellow Saudi classmates videos of previous mass shootings over dinner. Investigators believe the three had nothing to do with Friday's attack, but they're now looking into when al-Shamrani might have been radicalized.
He had a major social media trail. This guy was somebody who, just had a deep-seated hatred for the United States.
Law enforcement officials tell NBC News the gunman visited New York with some fellow students just days before the shooting, taking in popular tourist sites, including the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. But authorities say it may have been just a tourist trip. For the families of the three fallen sailors, the grief is hard to fathom. 19-year-old Muhammad Haytham was a high school track star who just graduated boot camp.
Change gonna come. Oh, yes it will.
He also loved karaoke. And it is that memory that overnight brought his grandmother to tears.
The commander called my aunt and told her that Muhammad actually tried to stop the shooter. He put his life on the line, trying to not only save himself, but save others.
21-year-old Cameron Walters always dreamed of being a Navy pilot. His proud father says he was doing what he said he would do, protecting our great country. Joshua Caleb Watson, in his final moments, pointed first responders to the shooter. All three now being remembered as heroes.
Officials also say that the suspect was able to purchase his firearm legally, despite not being a U.S. citizen. They say he exploited a loophole, allowing foreigners to buy firearms if they have a hunting license, which he did. In our consumer alert this afternoon, creditcards.com has released a new survey about holiday tipping that finds most American adults are reluctant when it comes to holiday tipping for services. 60% say they never tip their mail carrier. 70% say they do not tip their trash and recycling collectors. And slightly less than half say they do not tip their child's teacher or caregivers. The survey also says that people in the Northeast are more likely to tip than other regions. And millennials are more inclined to tip at least some of the time compared to Gen Xers and baby boomers. Best Buy's 12 Days of Deals kicks off today. Each day through December 20th, the electronics retailer will have special deals geared towards specific people. Today, it's gifts for the entire family. Tomorrow, gifts for him. Wednesday, gifts for her. And for Apple lovers, keep an eye on December 14th. Today's deals include a 55-inch Samsung 4K TV for $329.99, $100 off a Samsung tablet, and more. You can sign up for a reminder about the alerts at bestbuy.com.